Oh, look, I even remember to get the stupid community thing out. Chat is waiting for new messages. Oh, that's right. That's how this works. Okay. I'm very original. I put the first chat message is always, hello, junkies, every single stinking time. We don't seem to have anybody. Do you have anybody on?
I don't know. I'm just getting there.
Okay. Can you hear? No, you can't because I have you.
I'm sometimes. There I can.
There we go. Hello, Jane. Hello, Tracy, Trevor.
Oh.
Just turn it.
There we go.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No problem. We get all of our Facebook buddies coming on. Hello, everyone. If you are watching football in the back. Is that coming from outside? Just shut those windows.
Yeah.
If you are watching football in the background, I don't hold it against you at all. I am not watching football in the background because I love you. That is why. That is why. Although I'm not at all happy I'm not watching football in the background. I won't lie. But I'm happy to see you guys. Happy to see all of you people. We're shutting some windows, and I would like everyone to take a moment to look at the BASEketball show graphic. I did that myself.
I thought you said it was Happy Gilmore.
No, on the right, it's BASEketball. It's a Happy Gilmore graphic. It's BASEketball on the left. I'm quite impressed with myself.
Hi, pals.
The 9-year-old version of me is quite
Brittany.
happy.
Hi, Nelson.
Beth, I also have my mojito. Sherry, go Chiefs. Here we go. And going to Maine in 3, 2, 1. Hello, pals. How are you? Hello, junkies of all ages, all stripes. Cheers.
Here, me too. Cheers, dear. Ooh, they're a little sweaty, these glasses.
That's what he and she both said. We're a little sweaty.
Hey, mom number 2. Hey, Sandy. So good to see you
Sandy
out there.
Baltzer in the his house.
Ruthie,
here we go.
Squeaks is permanently banned from, unless we are bringing her into like proof of life. She's banned forever. From the stream because
that dog was all about the farts. Sandy.
Yeah.
Sandy the dog was cutting air biscuits on us the entire show, and it was rough.
It was things we did not deserve.
Now, I know there have been journalists who've come under fire in war zones. I know Dan Rather got roughed up at a political convention. I know there have been...
What's the frequency, Kenneth? Was that also Dan Rather?
Yes, that was Dan Rather.
He got like just, bodega beat up.
What's the frequency condition? Pal, I know a lot of journalists have been through a lot of very difficult things, and I respect them for that. No journalist has ever had to endure the kind of punishment that my wife and I went through last Tuesday with that dog.
Crazy, you guys.
If a chainsaw cutting through your brain could be a smell, that was the smell of that dog's fart.
Jude, it's always lovely to see my brother out in the chat stream. Jude is my brother. He has coffee in his hand. That is a thing that my mother used to say because we used to scare her a lot, so she would try to prevent us jump scaring her by doing that. Jen, it's awesome to see you.
How is holding a coffee in hand going to stop you?
Well, here's her idea. It didn't work.
Okay.
We would hide in like there was a downstairs bathroom, there was a closet right behind it, there was another door nearby. We would hide in behind furniture and stuff, and she would walk through the room like this was an offering. Like, okay, I have coffee in my hand, as if that was going to stop my brother from doing anything terrifying. He was made of magic when we were young. He would take apart computers and set up like a CB radio interface, so radio, so he could talk to her when she walked by. He was the best kind of menace. It was wonderful.
Wonderful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I see we got a bunch of people.
David, it was absolutely squeaky. I would definitely blame this one, but it was definitely squeaky.
We have a bunch of people on from Periscope. Well, we did. Now they're half gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to. They're mercurial. The Periscopers, very mercurial. We have quite a show lined up for everybody. Any problems, technical or whatever, we'll solve them.
We'll solve them
after the show.
Mm-hmm.
So, hello everybody in the chat room. What we have coming up today is it could be the greatest show ever recorded anywhere. We have our Siglocktail. Which, let me see. Oh, I moved everything around here. Oops. Siglocktails. Boom. Hello, everybody. There's our Siglocktail.
This one is a mojito. If you'd like, you can go to scottsigler.com and see a tutorial on how to make them.
Yep.
And then on Monday morning, there will be a new one for a drink called the El Floridita.
The El Floridita.
If you are shopping this weekend, to pick up some Luxardo Maraschino liqueur.
And when you say it, you have to do this. El Floridita. And then that is the only acceptable pronunciation. We've got the GSMOAT coming up. It's a moat full of sports movies. We got box office power for you guys today. We got Adam Sandler, Burt Reynolds, Robert Redford, the South Park guys, and many, many more. Also, on a more serious note, today is... You're going to have to cuddle up to me on this one, baby.
Oh, for sure.
This is World...
You got to cuddle up to me, as it turns out.
I got to cuddle up to A on this one.
It is World Suicide Prevention Day. And here's, we're going to talk a little bit about it, I think. I had the first time I really had suicide touch my life was 21 years old. A student at the University of Houston. And a friend of mine who was awesome went home one day and never came back. And his name was Peabody, and it was very, very hard to lose him. It was unreal to me. So that's why we thought it was important to chat a little bit about it. Has suicide ever touched your life?
It has not that much. I've had a few people I went to college with take their own life, but they were not very close to me. So I've been very fortunate in my immediate friend group and family group that has not touched us too much.
Yeah.
But as you can see from this graphic, if you go to iasp.info/WSPD 2020, there is some information there and some things you can do. And if you are having any of those thoughts, because it's the COVIDs, people are out of work, people are laid off, people are stuck at home.
Yeah, it's hard times.
Reach out. You can find people. If you've got whatever your device you're watching this on, you can also use that device to Google, say, I feel like committing suicide. See what links come up, and you can bet you'll be finding people to chat with.
And I'll tell you, in 2016, I had a family member choose to end his life as well. And it was, it's interesting because 25 years apart or 30 years apart from college to 2016, it wasn't very much different. There's still never... I'll be honest, there's still never a moment that I don't wish that Peabody was here. There's never a moment I don't wish Tim was here. I think that they both had a ton of things to give back to their families, to their friends, to the community at large. They were productive people, whether or not they realized it at the time. So just know that you're never alone. Suicide is I am not going to choose for you, but I will say that I can't imagine a space where that is the only right answer. And there's lots of people out here. And I will also say one of the ways that you can help reach out to your friends is not just saying, hey, if you're suicidal, call me, but literally checking in on all the pals you have, the smart ones, the sassy ones, the people who are always cracking jokes on Facebook, the people who haven't been on Facebook in a while, things like that. Everybody can have these ideations. And so checking in with people you love, no matter whether or not they seem fine, might help.
And there are free resources out there. Google it, find it, ask people if you're not in the mood for it because you're bummed out, which can be one of the symptoms. Let any of your friends know, like, hey man, I need some help. Reach out to people and ask and see what you can do, especially in this trying time that we're all in. And
I won't lie, I chose Suicide Prevention Day because it's important to me, because I have been touched by suicide in my life, to let people know that there is always option. There are always people to talk to. There are people who love you and will miss you every single day. It is also International Makeup Day.
Oh.
And International Makeup Day started as an opportunity for you to, like a day of apology, essentially, like making up with someone. But people like me totally are like, Makeup Day? I didn't even think about it until I actually looked into it for this. And actually, Makeup Day is not about cosmetics, but I decided...
Why not both?
And the lovely thing is the people who did Makeup Day, who created Makeup Day, they were like, apparently it's also Cosmetic Day, and that works too, because if you're doing this...
What did they think was going to happen when they call it Makeup Day? Are they unaware?
Well, I think they
Are
just
they
didn't...
a bunch of unwashed heathens who run around without any makeup on? I have a lovely base coat on myself, ladies and gentlemen.
Who knows? It could honestly just be like they were... Who knows? It could really honestly be that they were gentlemen, They could be gentlemen. But what I love is that they were like, all right, cool, let's share that day. Let's do it both. So I did big makeup.
And as Shannon points out, it's incredibly hard to ask for help when you get to that point. Yes, it is. It is very hard to ask for help. So get it in your head now. Get it in your head and focus that when you get to that point, and going back to the suicide chit-chat, when you get to that point, if it's something, you're visualizing it now, it's in your head now, that, yeah, I feel great right now, but I know that I may have a problem in the future. Reach out to someone, to anyone. At least get the ball rolling. Let other people try and participate. Be
and
helpful
if you
to
are not currently thinking any of the things that Scott just said, flip that script a little bit and think how you can reach out to the people you love in case they're having that same kind of a day.
Mm-hmm.
If they're the ones thinking, gosh, I can't. And it's not. And if you are in a position where you're afraid and you're scared and you need to reach out, just reach out. You don't have to ask for help. Just reach out.
All right. I was being sassy. A few people in the chat room, Howard, Rob, some others, are asking when I'm going to, demonstrate wearing eyeliner and eyelashes. The answer is never. And Rob, no, this isn't lip gloss. This is just how good I look. I just woke up like this, bro. I just woke up like this, bro.
Is it because you smooched me?
Yeah,
Because I'm wearing lovely Pat McGrath lip gloss. So maybe.
To be fair, though, I will say.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with it. It's not my style. But I did shave and shower and buzz my head, trim my beard, did my nose hairs, did my ear hairs. So I definitely put on a bit of a face for everyone. And very soon you will be seeing me without this gray in the beard, because screw that. Why should some people in society be ones who be able to dye stuff and others can't? I say everyone can do whatever the heck they want to do. So I'm gonna look real sharp, real fly.
I'm a girl who's the part of society that has known that for ages. So if you need an assist, I know a girl.
Dorothy Anderson. She has offered numerous times. Say, hey, look, if you want any help with your makeup, and I'm like, I'm from Sheboygan. That's just not a thing that we do where I grew up. It's just not a thing that we do that often. So we have that. What else do we have going on? It is we're up to episode number 31 in Nocturnal. If you're not listening to Nocturnal, this is a free serialized podcast, the Nocturnal Throwback. The same Nocturnal I wrote and podcast an episode every week back 2007, 2008. It's free. It's unabridged. It's got a lot of saucy language and a little bit, smidgen of blood, maybe a tiny bit of gore in it. But that is free. Go to scottsigler.com/subscribe and you can sign up for the free podcast I give away every Sunday, 30 to 40 minutes of fiction, unabridged, for free. Go get some. We're on episode 31. So now you can binge episodes 1 through 31, and then you'll be ready for, because we're down to the final 10. The final 10 episodes.
I know.
Which means we got 10 weeks. We got 10 weeks to come up with something else to podcast.
We're getting ready, though. We're in it to win it.
Going to Tim Legauer says, I could dye my beard orange black.
Hey,
yes.
Tim, you said you might not make it. It's nice to see
that
you.
That would be acceptable. 4X says just a bit of urine as well. I have no idea what the context of that is, but all right, we're down for that.
So somebody also on YouTube, Hi2, says we look like a bunch of racists. I'm not sure if that's
because we're so white.
I mean, we are quite white.
We're extremely white.
Yeah.
I would like some more context on.
And who is the bunch?
Hi2. I don't know. Hi2 probably just stumbled this on YouTube. We look like a bunch of racists, and your black circle. Don't know what you look like. But welcome to the show.
And Joseph Anderson, congratulations. We have a couple of SIGLERbrations. Is it time for those yet?
For SIGLERbrations?
Yeah.
It is.
So before we do that, though, we're going to celebrate your SIGLERbration, which you said in the chat room, big day. I prepared and delivered my first public speech to save my union job. Fucking go you. Yes. That absolutely is a SIGLERbration. And Beth, I'm totally with you. I'm like, red is part. I was strawberry blondish when I was a kid, but man, I've been dyeing my hair since I was, I think, 17. So sure, why not? Let's do it. So we do have two other SIGLERbrations. Well, we have three. You added one I didn't realize.
Yes, let's go for it.
The first one, thanks to John Vizcarra, I know that this very day, this one is the 10th anniversary of the release of The Rookie.
All right.
Are you kidding me? So if you guys, like me, were fans of Scott and had heard him several times sort of say like, hey, I'm definitely going to do this. Next year I'm going to put out The Rookie. Next year I'm going to put out The Rookie. In 2010, we did that.
Yep.
And you guys are the proof in the pudding, so to speak.
10 years ago for the paperback edition, right?
No, 10 years for the hardcover.
10 years ago for the hardcover. God, I wish I'd read the script a little closer. I would have had some graphics for people. But 10 years ago, we did put out the hardcover of The Rookie. It's hard to believe it's been going on this long. Some of you were there when I podcasted originally for free, unabridged, at scottsigler.com/subscribe. You get it on iTunes. You get it all over the darn place. Spotify. And we put that book out for free. People enjoyed the hell out of it. So much so that we were encouraged to put out the print version, as my lovely wife said. We put out the print version, and that was 10 friggin' years ago. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. I'm surprised.
That was a very big week.
I'm surprised I lived this long.
Very big week, especially after that week.
Oh, my God. So it was supposed to be, we put the book out ourselves. We had it printed. We had the pallets of books, 2,000 copies of the book shipped to a self-store. And did you just block that, jackass? Thank you. 4 pallets of books delivered to a self-store. And who is a logistics person but has never published a book before, thought it was going to take 5 8-hour days, 5 9-hour days to sign all the books, package all the books, put the postage on the books, take the books to the post office, deliver them. It wound up taking us instead 9 14-hour days. We worked straight through. And it was just, we actually slept in the storage unit on 2 separate nights because we worked till like 3 a.m. and we're like, we got to get this done. So let's just take a quick nap from 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. so we can get books shipped out to people.
Wait until after rush hour, go back, take a shower, come right back.
You know what we should do next episode Tuesday? We should do I have some of those old pictures. Do a quick slideshow for you guys.
Yeah,
and
we'll
show
do
you
that. We'll do that
back
on
in
Tuesday.
the day.
It's a big thing because it also got us all of this. So here we are in lockdown with you guys, and I say this all the time. It's also good for us to see you guys out there. So that comes from what we did 10 years ago. So
comes from what we did 10 years ago. Happy. And my size 180 Craig over on Twitch asks, what is your favorite book? I don't know if that person is talking to us or other people, but my favorite books are Dune and Seawolf by Jack London. Dune by Frank Herbert, Seawolf by Jack London. AK?
Mine, one is A Winter's Tale by Mark Helprin, and the other is Forever by Pete Hamill.
Okay, and did we get the doctor's birthday in there?
No, we did not. So
Hit
it's
that.
Also, Smorg's in the chat room. Today is her birthday.
Happy birthday
Doctor,
to you.
Congratulations. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Simone. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
And I have a Siglerbration.
Yeah, you do.
This isn't really a Siglerbration. It's more of an...
It's a Sigler celebration.
It's an informative moment.
Celebration.
It's an informative moment. Tomorrow, I expect to finish the final draft of The Stone Wolves. And this is why I'm sharing it with you. That is a GFL novella at 125,000 words. The Stone Wolves, when combined with GFL Book 6, The Gangster, is going to be somewhere in the ballpark of 300,000 words of brand new GFL fiction for you guys, which is a good segue from The Rookie, which is somewhere in the ballpark of 35 or so hours of unabridged audio entertainment and over 1,000 pages. If it was printed in paperback form, over 1,000 pages. That is all coming out possibly by the end of the year.
We're going to do our damnedest.
Early in 2021 or 6 months after that. Real quick, then we're going to get into the GSMOAT.
There is a question in the chat room that's relevant from 4X
yes.
On Twitch saying, you completed a project with your nemesis?
That's right,
and that is true. It's a co-written novella.
Well, yes, it's a co-written novella. It's not complete yet. And J.C. Hutchins is still alive, and I'm still alive. So there's no telling what could happen from here.
True.
Yeah, he's at it. He's had his sights set on me.
Have you guys matured at all and grown past your difficulties, or not yet?
You cannot. One does simply not mature past nemesis status. One does not mature past a death pact that one of you will not make it through this day. Now, granted, there's been 3,000 or so days since we started that death pact.
And now there's another generation on that side.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. God dang it. Can't kill it. Guys, he's a dad. Ruins my whole day. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Marlo Wayne Lord, if you have to go to work while you're doing this, that's cool. We'll see you on Thursday, Tuesday.
Go. But yes, The Stone Wolves, written in cooperation with J.C. Hutchins. Let's see if I have that graphic real quick. Then we're going to get into book promo. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, the cover art by L.A. Draws, the cover design by Scott Pond of Scott Pond Designs. The art or the literature inside of this book will be by Scott Sigler and J.C. Hutchins. And this is what I wanted to say. In the past, what I've told all of you is that what you need to read are GFL books 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in order, etc. You do not need to read the novellas in order to know what's going on in the books. All the novellas have been side stories until now. After finishing The Stone Wolves, you guys you're going to need to read the Stone Wolves. I think you're going to read Stone Wolves before GFL 6, but you also can read GFL 6, then go back and read the Stone Wolves. They're basically, two bivalves of the same mollusk, if you will. So this will be the first time ever I said, you guys budget accordingly, budget time, budget money, etc. We don't know when it's going to be out, but you are going to want to read this book because it explains a whole bunch of little things in the Siglerverse, in the GFL universe. For example, a more detailed explanation of punch drives and how that works, which is going to be critical for future books. I'm not going to say the crypt, but I will also say the crypt.
So apparently we have YouTube spammers. Christy, I'm so sorry that you don't like Scott's books. Your YouTube comments are also trash.
Well,
bye, darling.
Bye, Christy.
Bye, darling.
Peoples. Apparently we've upset someone on YouTube who has now spread the word to other people on YouTube, but we still have plenty of eight good people on YouTube, so we're fine. And the rest of us on the show will do just fine without you. Have a great, great day. You know what time it is?
Well, before we do whatever time it is, Tim Legower wins the day with 15 experience points because he says 2 writers, 1 book, ?
To bring some more happy, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a new feature we started this week. It is called the Pup Date.
Oh,
the Pup Date is the part of the show where we share a picture of our 2 amazing dogs who are tied for first place in the greatest dog in the world contest. Here we go. With, I guess, almost all the other dogs.
Probably every other dog.
Well, actually, Squeaks is not tied anymore after Tuesday's.
She's probably in 3rd or 4th.
Tuesday's fartacular is just. I'm not. Here we go.
Hard to forgive.
Today's Pup Date picture. There's our buddies. There they are. That's the Reese on the left. That is the Squeaks on the right.
This was one of their last outings in the before times. I think
is that right?
Yeah, I think we might have gone to either a field or some Irish pub in San Diego. I think the field.
I remember going to bars. That was fun.
It was super fun. And Squeaky was just past, maybe a month or so past her knee surgery. So she had to wear T-shirts. 1, it was cold, and 2, she would look at her
knee.
Yeah.
Yes.
Her knee. So. Oh, those sweet buddies.
Hello, Joshua. Welcome. Don't worry about being late. Don't worry about being late, you guys. Don't worry about being early. Don't worry about having to go to work. Don't worry about missing the show. We do this for you to give you a little bit of fun twice a week, and we don't care about any of those things.
Yeah, there's no rules. There's no homework.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming up. Let's get our advertising real quick.
Oh, sure.
I think I did. No, advertising coming up. We have coming up on Saturday, we have something extremely fun. We're going to be story smacking 42, the Jackie Robinson story. And this is a very, very important moment in American history. This is a fictionalized version of this very important moment, which was the first time that a African-American was allowed to play in professional sports. Yes, I'm pretty sure baseball was the first one. And each sport has had its moments. The Rams had the first black athletes in the NFL, and there have been numerous athletes at various points in American sports history. This was the big one. Jackie Robinson joining the Dodgers and played by Chadwick Boseman. We're going to watch that together on Saturday. Whatever channel you're watching this on right now, you can join us as we review 42 and go over some of the highlights and some of the great parts of that movie.
Hey, Shirley M., I hope you get something out of this. Maybe something.
Hold on. Wait, I want to see this. Shirley, why don't you join us as we are so utterly 2020, buddy, race is not tiring more.
So apparently somebody on YouTube thinks we're racist because we have sponsors or something.
I guess.
Shirley I hope you get laid before you die.
We have a commenter on YouTube who's probably a spammer, and so now the YouTubers are telling everybody else we're racist. We're going to Shirley join us as we watch 42 and celebrate the accomplishments and life of Jackie Robinson and the career of Mr. Chadwick Boseman, who recently passed. It is very unfortunate, and now we will block this.
Bye, Shirley. Good luck.
POS. So. Also in 42, man, you guys, it's loaded with talent. If you haven't watched it, watch it. Join us before Saturday. We have Chadwick Boseman, of course, from Black Panther and the Avengers. Harrison Ford, playing Branch Rickey, who did a little thing called Star Wars. Maybe you've heard of it. Nicole Berry, who plays Rachel Robinson, who was in Sleepy Hollow and Miss Juneteenth. And then Christopher Maloney, who plays Leo DeRocher, who was Law and Order and Happy. If you haven't seen Happy, I cannot recommend it enough. It is batshit crazy, super fun. And also in a new show called Max, which we will have to watch.
I can't wait. I love him.
It was so great. And, of course, every nerd's favorite actor, a favorite actor of almost every nerd, Alan Tudyk.
You know, it's funny. You didn't say that. And I was like, oh, shit, is it Alan Tudyk?
It's Alan Tudyk.
Like, I had to look down. Like, wait, what?
Alan Tudyk is in 42, and he plays Ben Chapman. And, of course, Alan Tudyk is from Firefly and Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Oh.
Awesome. And then John C. McGinley, who is playing Red Barber, who is the acerbic doctor from Scrubs, and also the guy from Office Space, who has that. Just one of my favorite actors. He's a great character actor.
Of notes in the chat room.
Okay.
Nelson says Happy is great, which it is.
Oh,
Howard says
amazing.
Happy is nuts,
Happy's
which it is.
Amazing. And Christopher Maloney is, I knew he was a good actor from Law and Order. But when you watch him on Happy, you're like, holy cats, this dude is crazy good.
It's great. It's weird. It's, what was it? Nuts. It's all of those things together, and it's totally worth you watching. Yeah.
Now it's time for our sponsor, ladies and gentlemen. Our sponsor this week is the charity Amy's Farm Animal Sanctuary.com. Every week on the show, we do a sponsor, which our quote-unquote sponsor, which I guess we have to be happy losing our sponsor from the asshole comment from YouTube, is a nonprofit. And we encourage people, if they have the financial wherewithal, to donate a couple bucks.
Are we racist because we're choosing the goat race instead of the human race?
We're definitely
I think we're definitely
pro goat race.
Pro goat though.
We're definitely pro goat race for sure, you guys, and pig.
Also chickens and cows. We're definitely pro chicken and pro cow.
But tell them real quick about Amy's.
So this is a lovely charity. Mix Carter, who is in our chat room today, Ruthie suggested this a while back. We finally got to it because the world is crazy, so there have been other pressing things. But I love this charity. It's outside of Phoenix in Arizona, and Amy actually works on the farm, and she rescues farm animals from aging out, neglect, abuse, all that stuff. And she integrates her rescue farm into the community, back into the community. And on Tuesday, on the last cast, we learned that you can go out and hug cows if you want.
You can hug a cow.
And Ruthie goes out and sings to cows during like fireworks on the 4th of July or Labor Day or whatever, so that they're not as scared. And I love that. I love all of those things. Such a lovely, lovely way to kind of help make us a little bit more in tune with the world. And so we always donate to these charities. So we're going to donate to this one as well this week. If you guys want a signal spread, that would be great. If you want to donate, you obviously have the links. You can have them here.
Go check it out. Go check
it's lovely.
That is our sponsor, ladies and gentlemen. Back to me. Now it's time to get into the good stuff. I think it's time to get it. It is. It's time. It is time for a moat full of GSMOAT movies. Let's take a look at the bracket. Shapow. Also, I did not know Alan Tudyk was in Doom Patrol. Now I'll have to check that out.
And also, Rob Otto says that people will not be happy with Alan Tudyk's character in 42. Thanks for the heads up.
We have to check all the YouTube commenters on him because I'm going to guess he's a racist in 42. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here is our bracket. And as you can see, it's really, really starting to come to life and starting to fill out. You get your free second pup date, which is the rap album drop from our two dogs in the bottom right corner. As we go we're going to look the left side of the bracket. The East and West Division is filled out. We're going to be done with the North Division round 1 after tonight. And then next week, we're going to do the first round of the South Division, Karate Kid versus Cool Runnings, Bull Durham versus Real Steel. I have no idea how that one will turn out. I really don't. I think Bull Durham will win, though. Dodgeball versus Slapshot, and then Blades of Glory versus A League of Their Own. And then after that, we're going to get into the second round of 16, and things will start to get super interesting. But where are we at today, eh? It's funny you should ask.
Where I definitely asked.
Yes, you did. Tuesday, Caddyshack defeated Cannonball Run. No surprise. And Major League edged out Talladega Nights. A 4-5 is always a toss-up. It's always a toss-up.
Yeah, and I think that that's fair, though. I'll say you guys already know this. It took me a while to kind of get invested in the system and understand it, to be fair. Not that I didn't want to be invested, but I didn't understand it. But now I kind of do. And the funny thing is, it's like riding a bike. Once you sort of get it, you get it.
Once you're in, you're in. Now there's a lot of stories involved.
And 4 to 5 is a very hard thing, you would think.
4 to 5. Yes, 4 or 5 is always a toss-up. Now, today what we have is Happy Gilmore versus BASEketball and the longest yard versus the natural. We have some information on these movies. Just basic information, but still good stuff. And now we're going to totally get into it. Hold on. Here we go.
Sherry, my bracket has also fallen.
What's up, Chaz? I forgot. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. We have to go to... Let's take a look at the leaderboard. 64 of you wonderful people entered this contest to see who would win $35 first place at scottssigler.com/store. 50. What's our prize? It's 50? 50.
It's 3. It's 50.
50, 35, 30, 25. Yeah. 50, 35, 25. So we are right now, for the first time since this started after Tuesday, we have a clear number one. Game of Mao is the only one who has correctly predicted all 10 fights so far. We will see how that goes. And then a very large collection of people at number 2. After we do these 2 contests, we're going to take another look and see where things are at. It's still absolutely anybody's game, though. Don't think that this is it all wrapped up, because that's not how brackets work. Let's do our on-the-fly ring walk-up to introduce these games, or these matches. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen. In the left corner, a number 3 seed hailing from Pittsburgh, where he was not very good at hockey and says bad things about the Price is Right host, which he should not have done because he got his ass whooped. It is the golfing comedy trying to move forward in the tournament, starring Adam Sandler and Rob Schneider. It is Happy Gilmore. And his opponent, a 6 seed with giant testicular fortitude, Matt Parker and Trey Stone, also known as the South Park Guys, in a sport they completely made up, a lot like that one in Harry Potter. In fact, I think they might be the same thing. They like to grab their round white sneeches. It is BASEketball.
I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Thank you. Thank you very much. They are grabbing their golden sneeches, though, and I thought that was a nice touch.
Yeah, well, yes.
Those are 2 made-up fictional sports.
You're repeating the joke.
Oh, sometimes you have to repeat a joke to make sure people know it's funny.
You never do.
Okay, we are...
showing the bracket soon?
What's that?
Are we showing the bracket then?
No, we're showing the bracket. What do you mean?
We just do? Yeah. Wait, I'm reading the...
No, we already showed that.
Okay.
We already showed it. We'll go back and show it again because A wants to see it. There's the bracket.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was moving on to us choosing. Sorry. I'm still apparently not good with the terminology, you guys.
And our second matchup. Here we go. Let's ring introduce these 2. Bringing Hollywood royalty and an amazing amount of box office cred, it is on the left side, standing in a field of wheat or possibly corn. I'm not a farmer, I don't know. And why didn't they get his glove in focus? He's got that smile, he's got that hair, he's got the blue skies of America right behind him. It is Robert Redford in The Natural. And his opponent in the California Penal Colony, which is the only colony sports that has the word penal in it, as we established on Tuesday. He is someone who's gone on to star in movies about the pornography industry and made a lot of money doing it. It is Burt Reynolds in his handsome gloriness. He's part of the Mean Machine. He's in prison, and he is in The Longest Yard.
You guys, so while he was doing all of that, Reese poked her head into this room, the recording room, and was like, Pops, are you okay? And then he went, in, and she just backed right out.
Yeah, Tony Whitaker brings up a good point that Trey Parker and Matt Stone also did the Book of Mormon.
Uh-huh.
So I think they've won Tony.
Oh, yeah.
I think they've won an Emmy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they've won an Academy Award. What is that called when you win those big 4?
Oh, come on.
It's not the brat. I think of the brat diet. It's not the brat diet.
No. Oh, come on.
Which is a brat diet is
the EGOT? EGOT.
The EGOT. They're halfway to an EGOT.
Yeah.
The brat diet, BRAT, stands for bananas, rats, tacos, and apples. And that's a crazy diet, but apparently it's very easy, soothing on the stomach.
Bananas, rice, applesauce, toast, and tea. Just in case, don't ever eat rats.
Now everybody's filling us in the EGOT. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. But there you go. So you can make fun of these guys all you want. They're halfway to an EGOT, and I think they're probably going to get it. Now that we've introduced our contestants, why don't you tell people a little bit about, first of all, tell us a little bit about the natural and the longest yard.
Oh, okay. So these are interesting because they're 10 years apart. The longest yard came first. It came out in 1974. It stars Burt Reynolds, Eddie Albert, Bernadette Peters are the biggest stars that you'd probably know today. It had a $9 million production budget, and it made $43 million at the box office. And
wow.
And it won a Golden Globe for Best Picture, Comedy, or Musical, which is lovely.
The longest yard won a Golden Globe for Best Comedy?
It definitely did. Well, comedy or musical is the category, so I guess...
It's neither, though. Isn't that weird?
It is weird, but maybe things were different in 1974. I don't know.
Maybe they didn't make any comedies that year. And he does go, ha, 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 ha. So
well, sure, yeah, maybe that's it.
That's all. When Burt Reynolds makes his laugh, they say, oh, well, that's a comedy. It's great.
And then The Natural came out 10 years later in 1984. It starred everyone. It starred, obviously, Robert Redford, Robert Duvall, Glenn Close, Wilford Brimley, Kim Basinger. There's more, but those are the ones I'm going to name. It was made for $28 million. It made $48 million at the box office, and Randy Newman won a Grammy for the best instrumental composition behind it.
Wow.
What's interesting is I would have thought it would have been a much bigger box office success.
No, it wasn't that big.
I know, but it's lasted so long.
What were the numbers again?
It cost $28 million to make, and it made $48 million. So, I mean, I'm not sneezing at $20 million.
Of course, but that when you add in the promotional budget and everything, it's basically a break even.
Oh, no. They didn't spend $20 million back in 1984, I don't think. They wouldn't have spent $20 million, I don't think. But maybe they did, I don't know.
The general rule of thumb, as I understand it, is you take the budget for the movie, you double it. That's all the promotion and everything else.
For sure.
And then if it makes more than double the budget to make the movie, then you are getting into the profit margin because of all the things you have to do to make the movie.
But we're talking about the movie industry as it is today. And in the 70s, it changed quite a lot. And like when PG-13 came out in what I think is 1984, 85, whatever the second Indiana Jones was, that changes things. And then also kind of, I think it was in the mid-90s, was it? Or the late 90s that... Angelina Jolie as Tomb Raider came to a Comic-Con, and that changed it again.
Oh.
The promotional budget got bigger and bigger because you added more things. So you may be right, but I'm not sure. I think it's possible that was it was certainly a success. It might have been a bigger success than we're thinking of.
Okay, great. And then let's go to the other one, ladies and gentlemen. Real quick, we'll do Happy Gilmore versus BASEketball, and we're going to announce some winners and get to the questions from the chat room. Here we go. That's you, kid.
Oh, sorry. We're talking about Happy Gilmore. I thought you pressed something. I thought I was watching something, so I was interested. Okay, so the other one is Happy Gilmore came out in, actually, I'll do BASEketball first, came out in 1988.
All right.
Starred Trey Parker, Matt Stone, as you know, also Yasmin Bleeth, Ernest Borgnine, Robert Vaughn, Bob Costas. It had a $20 million budget, and it made $7 million at the box office, so this was not a success. I've watched it. I like it. I am honest. I won't be surprised that if Happy Gilmore wins. It was made in 1986. It starred Adam Sandler, Julie Bowen, Carl Weathers, Bob Barker, other people too. Budget was $10 million. It made $41.2 million and won the MTV Movie Award for Best Fight between Adam Sandler and The Price is Right.
Oh my God, it's such a great friggin' scene. If Happy Gilmore wins, here's what we're gonna do. Ready?
I'm ready.
This is a great idea. No, this is $1 million idea. $1 million, boom. What we're gonna do is, since we can't show the clip with the audio, because we get dinged, even showing a trailer, we get dinged for copyright infringement. What we're gonna do is, we'll play the trailer, and then you and I will do the dialogue.
Oh Lord.
From the fight scene between Adam Sandler.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
I mean, that might be an Olort moment. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure I remember the actual dialogue.
I just don't know whether I want to say this line to A or have A say this line to me. But the price is wrong, bitch. I can't decide. You guys let me know if you want to hear her say it to me or me say it. I don't care. All right, let's get into it. Here we go. It's time. It's time, ladies and gentlemen. Where is we have our Howard Dentale says the production budget is usually publicized. The marketing budget isn't publicized, but it's usually 2-3 times the size of the production budget. Marketing budgets skyrocketed after the major studios were purchased by large conglomerates.
That's the point I was making.
Just as they said.
Yeah. Thanks, Howard. Howard also is
the
a
price
movie
is wrong,
maker.
Bob. Thank you, Tony.
Yeah.
Oh, Howard's a movie
maker.
Yeah, Howard's a movie maker.
Thank you for the input, Howard.
Okay, here we go. This looks like a close one. You guys ready?
I can't pound on the table.
You can pound.
And in this corner.
Wait. What do you call it again when the actors crack up? A's a trained actress. Corpsing with the reverb on is great.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Okay. And we have a winner. In the 5th round at 1 minute and 12 seconds, a technical stoppage due to spitting on the referee with 6 votes. The very salty taste and swollen testicular fortitude of BASEketball with 6 votes. And the winner, moving on to the 2nd round with 40 votes, it is Happy Gilmore. I thought we had like 100 comments on this. That's 46 votes. All we got. Yeah, weird. Okay, we'll take a look at that later. Sounds like the Belgians are getting involved again. That's why we're being called racist, because we talk about the Belgians all the time.
I mean, you do.
Yes. And let's go to our other one. Here we go. Now this one. Oof, this is a tough one. Here we go. And our other contestant of the evening on the 2-fight card, hailing from the wheat fields of Iowa or some other state with large amounts of farm and probably corn, although there's no corn in this picture, I don't think. With 26 votes, it is Robert Redford in The Natural. And the opponent from the penal colony, the mean machine on the gridiron, where people bleed and die on the field, the longest yard with 19 votes. And moving on to the 2nd round, it is The Natural. All right, hey, you need to vamp a little bit. We're going to kick it on over.
I am kind of surprised. I think the 2 seed and the 7 seed were reasonably well matched. They're movies that are a little bit old. They have different things coming for them. They were both great movies. I'm kind of surprised at that outcome.
You thought that I thought the long, especially on a football Thursday, I thought it was going to be a
exactly, and also there's a ton of love. We have a handful of Burt Reynolds in this bracket. We don't have so much. Robert Redford in this bracket. I understand that The Natural is a huge was a huge movie in its time, but I'll be honest, both of these responses surprised me. I did not think that Happy Gilmore and BASEketball were so poorly matched, or I don't know how to say that.
You didn't think it would be so lopsided.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's the word.
So, yeah, it's interesting. But I love The Natural. I love The Longest Yard. I'd be happy to watch either one of those,
Let's update the leaderboard and see where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. Out of our huge participatory, 65, not 64. Well, we got to cut ours out. 63. Oh, shit, Becky. Look at her balls. COVID Jeff moves up into first. Wow, we have a huge turnover. COVID Jeff, who's got Rocky picked to win it all, has moved into first place, getting 11 of the 12 contests correct. I'm sorry. It's a big tie. It's a tie for first place. Bad News Bears was robbed, and they are also tied for first. And Classic High Stick Fun with Slapshot picking the winner. Now, out of the top 3 that we have right now, COVID Jeff has picked Rocky to win it all. Bad News Bears was robbed, has picked Field of Dreams, and Classic High Stick Fun has picked Slapshot. What happened to Game of Mao? Holy cats.
I mean, it's not so bad, though.
Game of Mao, it's technically, I see. Game of Mao, one of Game of Mao's, if you look on the right-hand side over here, you guys, Game of Mao's picks that contestant has picked something in the second round to win that is already out of the tournament. This is why I think so. The potential game amount can only get 29 more right if everything goes perfect. Whereas COVID Jeff, Bad News Bears is Rob, and Classic High Stick Fun can still get 30 correct. And let's move on. Excuse me. That was
sorry.
When I try and take the blame for you, let me roll with that. I'm trying to take the heat.
Thanks.
Yeah.
How dare your neck? How dare you?
In fifth place, we have one. I love this. This is really starting to kick in. Real life wins in clear possession of fifth place. Very close. Very striking distance. Sixth place is where the schmaz begins. Bracket 1. Any given Sigler. That was hard. Oh, yeah. GSMOAT Lagauer. Pookie Chang Gang. I don't know. Busey's picks. Mine and Danny the dog. Danny's very effing good at these games. Danny's Lundy is very good at the games. I would never play Trivial Pursuit with Danny. I would not do it. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We've updated the scores in real time. That's fancy. That's how we do things. That's how we do things here. Our fancy, very expensive, very, very expensive show. And now we have 15 minutes in which we can answer whatever questions you like. But we will go back. Before we do that, baby, let's take a look at, go back to bracket. Coming up next Tuesday, Karate Kid versus Cool Runnings. I don't have a lot of hope for the bobsled team. I don't.
I mean, here's the thing.
I don't think they're going to make it.
I am not referencing their Olympic potential, but I am referencing their movie potential and saying
it doesn't look good,
especially not with Cobra Kai currently on the TV.
Yes, there's no Cool Runnings spin-off TV series that's going on right now.
I think that's going to be a hard thing.
All right, and we've got that, and then we've got Bull Durham versus Real Steel. That's a 4-5. Now, of course, I think Bull Durham will take it based on the average age of the fan base. And
but it has to hold up, and I hope it does, but who knows if it does.
Well, we also haven't seen Real Steel. It could be friggin' awesome.
Oh, I've seen Real Steel.
Oh, you have? Is it friggin' awesome?
Well, they're quite different. I liked Real Steel. I will say I don't think it was nearly the same
it's not the same caliber movie?
It's not the same impact on its audience, I think, than me personally, than I think that Bull Durham was in its time. But honestly, it's a fun movie. It's also based on Hungry Hippos, I think.
Rob Otto's called.
Oh, no, Rock'em Sock'em Robots, not
It's
Hungry
Rock'em Sock'em.
Yeah.
Rob Otto is reminding us that we're racist because we're talking about Cool Runnings having lost. Thanks, Rob. That's very helpful. Very, very helpful. And then on Thursday, we got a couple of matchups. We got Dodgeball versus Slapshot. I think Slapshot's a 6th seed, but I think the seeding committee may have been influenced.
But here's the other thing. Slapshot may be way less available than Dodgeball is.
Oh.
And Dodgeball, I will tell you, from since I'm the person who tallies things, I'll be honest and say, not a lot of people. There are people who have very definitive opinions about Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Super definitive opinions about Adam Sandler.
Yep.
And definitive opinions about Tom Cruise. And when that happens, they're just like, not in.
Okay. So we'll see what happens. But Dodgeball, of course, is favored a 3 seed over a 6 seed. And then we have at the bottom of the bracket, I don't have a lot of hope for Blades of Glory. I don't think. It's a beating League of Our Own. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't really either, but it's the same thing. Like, some people have very definitive opinions, but I don't think here in 2020 there's a lot of people who have really definitive opinions about Tom Hanks or Gina Davis. I think that might go a little bit. Also,
I've heard that Tom Hanks is a lizard person. He's part of the great conspiracy to overthrow all the world powers. Did you know that?
I have had a couple, 2-3 interactions with Tom Hanks, and he does not seem to be any of those things.
Okay, we're going to questions now.
We're going to have a handful.
We're going to take questions from the chat room. Hey, if you want to call up any questions, you can do that.
So we have a handful here.
Okay.
Sherry asks, will Scott do SIGLERinPLACE when his team is playing on a Thursday?
No.
This has come up several times.
No.
We haven't actually talked about this. I don't know the answer for SIGLERinPLACE.
You know what SIGLERinPLACE will be? You guys can watch me watching the Lions. Don't have the kids in the room. It's not going to work out for you.
We haven't talked about it. We'll figure that out. It's an important note we didn't think about. Also, I'm not sure how many Thursday night footballs there will be because COVID still exists.
I didn't think there was going to be a season, so I guess I should have thought of Thursday night football, which we're going to watch as soon as this is done. Tony Whitaker asks, will the next bracket game be Sigler character death matches? Quentin versus Hunter Hunterson, etc. Good trash talk in the comments. Then after the votes were counted, Scott could actually tell us who'd actually win. That's not bad because that's free marketing. That's good.
Wow, yeah, sure. Yeah,
It's going to remind people of my books. Granted, most people here have already bought all my books.
Dan Williams, you ask a great question. Thank you for asking, because there's many, many people in the chat room affected by this. He's asking how we're doing with the orange air.
Yes.
We're in San Diego, California. We have a very, very slight orange air because we're quite close to the coast. We have great good friends, our goddamn dog sitter and her new husband, and Stella, the little bitty pitty, are further east, and they have some yellow and orange air. Some of my best friends in the Bay Area are suffering through quite a lot of terrible air quality. We're doing okay right here. It looks like an old-timey sepia photo in the afternoon when the sun comes out for us, but otherwise we're doing okay, and we're monitoring our quality. We have both alarms set up on our phone. We're fine. Mm-hmm. Much of the West Coast is on fire, though. So look out for your friends in Washington, in Oregon, in Northern California, in Middle California. It's a big week.
And Rob Otto points out that there are no Lions games on Thursdays except for Thanksgiving. We'll figure out Thanksgiving when we get there. Rob knows a lot about movies and also a lot about the foosball. We also had a question. What was it? Oh, gosh darn it. Let's see. I saw
Ruthie,
anchovies on pizza, yay or nay, nay.
Oh, I'm a yay. No. I'm a yay. I'm a all our anchovies all the time. I want them in salads. I want them out of the tin. I want them everywhere.
Maybe you could have informed me about that before we got married. I'm just saying. I wasn't aware.
I'm not saying you have to eat them. I'll eat yours.
Oh.
Everybody wins.
That's why we got married. It's great. Everything works out great.
I'm doing this for you, honey. I'll eat your anchovies. I'm doing it as a service because I love you.
She does. She does. Donna, thank you for being glad that we are both well. We're doing great. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen much of the light of day lately. I'm trying to finish up a book. And then as soon as that book is finished, it's into the recording booth with me. So we have a lot of stuff going on because, good night, Mario, because 2 books, as I mentioned, that 35 hours or so of audiobooks that you're going to get, that's all me in the booth, her producing, and we do the whole thing ourselves, and we dump it over to Steve Rickyberg to edit that bad boy up, put in the crowd sounds, and do all the things that are GFL related. Do we have any other? We have 9 minutes left.
So
thank you,
Ruthie
Donna.
says, I thought you guys moved to LA. We did not.
No.
We had not too long to decide to vacate the office after our lease. As most of you guys know, we have had this business for 13 years. We have only been married for 3 months. We have only been dating for a short while. So I had a house here in San Diego, and so we moved here. And it's a lot smaller than the office was, so we're making do. Our goal is eventually, when everything opens up, that we probably move to LA and continue Scott's writing career as an AV career instead, kind of thing. But right now we're staying put, staying safe, staying science, and just protecting all of the people around us by doing this.
And Rob Otto brings up yet another good point, which is I'm embarrassed. I am mortified.
I'm not sure what Rob brought up, but I didn't mean it.
We somehow left out the water boy from this tournament.
I mean, we left it out because it was supposed to be what people voted on, and nobody voted on Waterboy.
Nobody submitted Waterboy.
Nobody submitted Waterboy.
Thank Rob. There you go. The answer, my friend, is what you're asking.
How dare you?
You're asking about why I didn't include the water boy, but perhaps the question you should be asking is why didn't you include the water boy? You're trying to cast a gotcha question on me, but I assure you, sir, as a small-town pizza lawyer, I will not be gotten with this question, and you will be misbegotten because you missed the water boy. Vote for me on November 3rd.
Friends, Romans, countrymen. Some more just joined the chat
Happy
group.
birthday, some more. Happy birthday, some more. Happy birthday, some more. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
Thank you, Joseph. That's right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have just a few more minutes. If there's any other questions you want to ask.
Ruthie asks.
Yes, Maria, Bill Pepperoni did show up tonight. He is a small-town pizza lawyer. Bill Pepperoni.
If you will be recording your audiobooks this summer sans pants.
Of course. I no longer believe, not only do I not believe in wearing pants when I record, it is a contractual obligation that anyone who records an audiobook for us is not allowed to wear pants when they record said audiobook. So when you listen to the silky, dulcet bass tones of Ray Porter doing our books, know that Ray Porter was not wearing pants when he recorded that, nor was whatever engineer and producer were in the studio with Ray Porter. It's a very strict rule at Empty Set Entertainment. Audiobooks will be pantsless.
Okay, so technically speaking, that is not part of our contracts. So
Ziplining, I don't know what bird law is, but it sounds like a very demanding and particular type job. And I was hoping some puns for bird law would come into my head, but not. I got nothing. Sorry, I got nothing.
Jen, boss, we absolutely have your pizza lawyer photo. We have a handful of photos. I encourage all of you guys to send in any photos of anything you're doing, even if it's just watching us. You know, just you guys. So you see us all the time. We don't get to see you guys, so you know.
Ruth Carter has volunteered to write the pantsless contract for us, which I appreciate that, Ruth. Thank you very much.
I will say this, if there are any of you out there who have any ideas for SIGLERinPLACE, any charities you want us to celebrate, any of that stuff, just send it to info@emptyset. Lean over, do the thing. info@emptyset.com. This one. Whichever. I don't know how to point to it. There you go.
Right there. Info@emptyset. Quick point from Carla Williams asks, was Bronson Pinchot pantsless for Aliens Phalanx? Yes, he was. The entire staff was pantsless. Actually, that was the one contract the writer was that everybody at Audible Studios recording that had to be pantsless.
The writer?
Did I say the writer?
You did?
The contract writer.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, you also have a...
What we did is we called in Bill Pepperoni, who said, well, I don't know a lot about bird law, but if you're going to want to record this here audiobook, it's going to be necessary for you to include the entire studio staff be pantsless for this show. Yes, dear.
Crenshaw, are you out there watching this cast? My friend, hello.
Hello, Thomas Crenshaw.
Congratulations. Congratulations on Frame Up doing great.
Congratulations. All right. Sean Dyer asks, how would a small-town pizza lawyer defend an anchovy pizza against a murder rap? That's a very good question.
It doesn't need it. An anchovy pizza is sort of immune to everything.
Is that right?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah?
I'm pretty sure.
Like diplomatic immunity for the
Here's
anchovies?
the thing.
Is that because they come from another country?
It's only if it's thin crust.
Oh, really?
Anchovies come from the sea. They follow international law.
Oh, anchovies follow international law. Absolutely. That is why they can get away with murder as long as they don't get arrested for a traffic ticket. As we've seen from many
happens a lot.
Many important Hollywood productions. If you kill someone, make sure you don't get pulled over for speeding. Make sure you don't get a traffic ticket, because that's how you go to jail. You get away with the murder, but not the other thing.
Oh, my good friend Kristen Lamazny. My good friend.
Lamazny's in the house.
I miss you so much. I love her so much. I love you, Crenshaw. I love you both, and I'm so glad you're here.
All right, we've got 3 minutes left.
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Should I attempt to turn on the lights because it got real dark real quick?
Yeah, that's the fight. No, you got to use the switch.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting up.
Let's do that.
Shannon, I'm wearing pants. Be ready.
Yes, a lawyer does have chops. So now we've got in the house an anchovy lawyer, a pizza lawyer, and a bird lawyer. So that looks way better.
Oh, that looks way better.
That looks way better. Sorry, guys. Let's check out the other camera. Oh, what have I done?
How dare he? Look at all this great makeup I did. Look, switch to this one because a little further away is better.
What hath I wrought? So we need to do this, and then you know what? You guys get to see. This is how real live TV is done.
I'm not sure what we're doing.
And then we turn this up for our bright faces. That's not bad. Do you guys like this better, or did you like the paranormal events? What was that movie?
Activity.
The paranormal activity version of what we have.
But this way you can see, I'm going to lean into the camera for a second, my makeup day makeup, which is all. Hi, Tinies. How are you guys, Tinies? Just because you have to.
Yes.
I do have pretty eyes, Maria. This is what I've been told.
And I did just touch A's butt when she went up to the camera. It was automatic. There's nothing I can do, and it's okay. It's legal. We're married now. It's totally fine.
I'm pretty sure you still need to put a quarter in the tip jar, though.
Maria is swearing, so I don't know what she says. If you want bird law, you need to talk to Chuck Asterisk.
Cockatiel, maybe? I don't know. I can see that because it's on. Hang on.
Oh, it's Chuck Cockatiel.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we've cock blocked the entire chat room. So when we get unwanted company, they can't come in and ruin the rest of your day, because we all know that none of you like foul language. You don't like swearing. You don't like the cursing. You don't like a stern talking to.
But trying to guess the words that will come into the chat room kind of does things like that. Yeah.
It is 6:59 on the Pacific Coast. That means it is time for us to sign off. Ladies and gentlemen.
Zach, these are definitely smoky eyes. Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's makeup day.
We've got the smoky eyes. Let's see. Baby, you ready for our sign off?
I am ready.
We will be back on Thursday.
I'm almost ready.
Hit me.
I'm going to remind you all, if you know anybody who you need to check in on and you're worried about that, this is World Suicide Prevention Day. Check in on all those folks. And also, reach out if you need help. You don't have to say you need help. You can just reach out.
I honestly am not laughing at suicide. I'm laughing at Maria again, who says, "Oh no, I got bird blocked." So she could get around the cock block. Phenomenal.
So now I am ready.
Okay. Go ahead and hit share.
So, as I've said, always, any question, any opportunity, any charity, anything you have for us that you want to share with us, the very, 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 very best way to do that is to email info@emptyset.com, and we'll get that taken care of. I promise you. You can send in content for SIGLERinPLACE, questions for SIGLERinPLACE, recommended charities for SIGLERinPLACE. That's info@emptyset.com.
We will be back on Thursday, September 15th, with the aforementioned beautiful GSMOAT contest that we told you about. That will be the International Day of Democracy, something shockingly that we now have to worry about, which I didn't think we would, but there we go. This day seeks to promote and uphold the principles of democracy. Democracy refers to a government ruled by people through representatives that have been elected by the whole population. Democracy is tightly connected to human rights, more specifically, the right to political and civil freedom, as democracy ensures equitable participation from all members of society. There will probably be some wavy flags and a bunch of other democratic type stuff going on.
Joshua, thank you. It's Tuesday, not Thursday. That's my bad. Tuesday, September 15th is International Democracy
There we go.
Day.
We'll do that.
Until then, my loves, we want you to stay safe.
We want you to stay smart.
We need you to stay science.
And for the love of science, stay informed. We'll see you guys Tuesday, and hopefully without a bunch of jugheads.
No, hopefully not a bunch of jugheads. But you know what? If they come, we're still here. We're still science. We're still safe. We love you guys, and we're in it to win it.
We don't want a bunch of bird heads, Maria. That's what we don't want, is a bunch of bird heads. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give you a big smooch here as soon as I close off of this. And we're going to, I rearranged things, so I don't know where everything's at now. Here we go. Oh, my God.
I got one for you guys, the last one for you guys, too.